everything that's unfolding is allowing us to be really present. So as you take your seat, you can sit on a prop to help prop your hips up, which will give you more support, or you can sit on the floor. You can sit cross-legged, or you can sit in hero's pose, which is to be seated on your heels. And rest your hands on your thigh bones or on your knees. And notice the connection of your sit bones either on the floor, if you're seated on the floor, or on your heels, if you're seated in hero's pose. And from the anchor of your sit bones, lift and lengthen your spine. It's almost as if you're stretching upward through the crown of your head. If it feels okay, you can close your eyes. Or you can drop your eyes so that your gaze is on the floor. And this simply sends a message to your nervous system to come back into a place of rest and repair, a place of calm. Notice your own breath. This is like the sweetest gift, this breath of yours. And you don't have to change it or make it different. In fact, let's see what it's like for you to breathe without needing to change anything. I'm just going to watch the quality of your natural breath. And as you inhale, this is a message that you're willing to take in life. As you exhale, this is a message that you're willing to let go. Inhale, receive. Exhale, release. 5 more cycles of breath. You might notice that your breath is naturally shifting, becoming longer and deeper. Let's take one more breath together. This time, the biggest breath yet. Open mouth side. When you're ready, you can open your eyes or lift your gaze. If you like, you can switch the cross of your legs, or you can make adjustments if you're in hero's pose. Seated cat-cow. Hands come to your shin bones or your knees. As you inhale, lift through the center of your chest. Your chin will stay more or less parallel with the floor. As you exhale, round through your spine. So inhale lifts you forward for cow. Exhale, you round your back for cat. And then if you like, you could close your eyes, and this can become really meditative as you move with your own breath. noticing the natural pace for your body. So we're really not trying to make anything different. Let's have some patience as we show up as we are, whether that's slowly moving or more quickly moving. Take 2 more cycles of seated cat-cow. Return to a neutral spine. And come to your hands and knees for Anahatasana puppy pose. So puppy pose, hips are stacked on top of your knees. Walk your hands forward on your mat. Forehead can come down to the floor. Or if you do have a prop, maybe a book or a yoga block, you can put your forehead on that prop. Hands can be tented or palms can come to the floor. This is a front body opener. So as it feels okay, you can allow your sternum bone to go closer toward the floor. Feel your upper arm bones wrap under. This is really similar alignment to downward facing dog in your upper body. So this pose can always be an alternative to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Puppy pose twist. Take your right arm and thread it under your left arm. Your head comes back down to the floor or down to your prop. This twist allows for a stretch through the back of your shoulder and maybe even through your arm. Long and deep breathing. One more breath on this side of the twist. And then come back through center. Left arm threads under right arm. Puppy pose twist on the second side. Notice that your tailbone is gently reaching up and back to the wall or whatever is behind you. So you still have a lot of length in your backbone. Two more breaths. Okay, last one. Full breath in. Exhale, and as you exhale, come back through center. You can stay in puppy pose, or you can come to downward facing dog. Toes tuck under, lift your hips up. And in down dog, if you look forward, you can have a good view of your hands. Fingers and thumb equally spread. Press down into the knuckles. And then lift your tailbone up and back as if you're reaching your tailbone away from your hands. Like puppy pose, you can wrap your upper arm bones under. Get might feel good to pedal out through your heels, bending one knee and then the other. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Look forward. Step up to the top of your mat. You can take many little steps or one big step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach up toward the ceiling, extended mountain. Exhale, fold down to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Reach up to the sky. Bow all the way down to the earth. Lengthen your backbone halfway. Fold forward. Reach up, press into your feet. You can look toward the ceiling. Bow down to the earth. Halfway lift. This time, hands on the floor. Step back to high push-up. Press back through your heels. Lift forward through your collarbones. Or you can put your knees on the floor. And if you put your knees on the floor, bring a little extra awareness to the space between your belly button, your low abdomen. Drawing that space in so that you support your back. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. As you exhale, shift forward and lower all the way down. Untuck your feet. Press into the tops of your hands, low cobra. Peel your chest bone forward and up. Keep looking down at the floor to lengthen the back of your neck. Continue to breathe as we hold low cobra. This is really good for strengthening the back muscles. Press down on the tops of your feet. Feel your legs activated. Just one more breath. And then lower back down. Tabletop or plank pose. You can choose to stay in tabletop or you can push back to downward facing dog. After you make your adjustments in down dog, let's take a couple breaths where there's no movement in down dog. You're just letting yourself be still. There's nothing to fix. There's nothing to change. Be as you are. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your heels, lift your hips, look forward. You can step or lightly hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach up, extended mountain. Exhale, fold all the way to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, high to low plank or no plank. Cobra or up dog. To downward facing dog or tabletop. From this downward facing dog, being mindful of what might be behind you, reach your right leg up toward the ceiling. Press back through your heel. At any time, you can bring your left knee to the floor and even your forearms, and it's the very same posture. Bend at your right knee, roll your right hip bone open. Lift your knee as if you're reaching it toward the ceiling, and then take your foot back down. Second side, lift your left leg up behind you. Actively press through your left foot and feel your strength. At any time, you can choose to come to your right knee and your forearms. And it's a really good hip opener if you want to give it a try. And then bend at your left knee, roll your left hip bone open, creating some freedom through your body. One more breath. Exhale your foot back to the floor. Look forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana chair pose. Feet and knees can be together. And if they are together, I find that I feel that more in my quadriceps. But you can also take your feet and knees hip distance apart. And I find that I feel that more through my hamstrings and my glute muscles. So you can try one on for size, see how it goes, and then you can always make an adjustment. So in this practice of patience, there's also a willingness to be adaptable to what we might be experiencing in any given moment. Sit down in your chair, so much so that you can see your toes if you look down. So your weight is a little further back into your heels, but your toes are still on the floor. It's becoming a long-held chair. So you can keep your hands at your heart center if that feels really good and stable for you, or you can reach your arms up to the sky. We'll hold it for 2 more breaths. Last breath, you might even like to look up and lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward, release. Halfway lift. Hands to the floor, step back, high to low plank or no plank. Cobra or upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Hands can stay on your hips. This feels very grounding. Or arms can reach up to the ceiling if you would like to feel more opening. Ground down through all 4 corners of your feet. And then take it to your fullest expression. Hands to the floor. You can vinyasa or you can go right back to tabletop or down dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Hands can be on your hips. Arms can reach to the sky. Or you could take cactus arms, bend at your elbows. And notice that there's an opening created across your front body as you're activating your back body. Press into the outside edge of your back foot. Two more breaths. Okay, this is it. Last breath in. Hands to the floor. You can take a vinyasa, meeting back in tabletop or down dog. Inhale, exhale. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. This time, opening up warrior one into warrior two. So there's a change that does happen at your feet so that you have more stability. It's heel to arch alignment in your feet for warrior two. Arms are reaching to the front of the room, the back of the room, or hands are down on your hips. Feel that your shoulders are stacked directly on top of your hip bones. You are in your center. Flip your right palm, exalt your warrior. You can look up or you can look down at your foot. Come back to warrior two. Triangle pose. Straighten your right leg. Extend your right arm and the side of your body forward. Right arm comes down. Left arm can reach up so that your shoulders stack, or your left hand can come to your hip bone. It's okay to put a little micro bend in the right knee. And you can choose to look down at your right foot, at the horizon line, or up toward the ceiling. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. And as you exhale, come back up. Hands to the floor, vinyasa, or go directly to tabletop or down dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Open into warrior two. Now your body is starting to warm up in the practice. So if it feels good in your body, you can actually allow this hip opening to happen a little bit more deeply by going deeper into the lunge. Hands can stay down below your shoulders, or you can reach your arms up to shoulder height. If you stack your left knee right on top of your left ankle, you're going to come to a very deep lunge. And so you will likely feel that in your hips. Inhale. Exhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. One more breath. Come back up to warrior two. Triangle pose. Straighten your left leg, extend your left arm forward. Left arm comes down, right arm can go up, or you stack your hand on your hip. And in this triangle, see if you can get the sense of lengthening your under rib cage and softening your upper rib cage so that you create length through your entire spine. You're doing really good work. This is it, last breath. Come back up to warrior two. Hands to the floor. You can vinyasa or go directly back to your resting pose, tabletop or down dog. Balasana, child's pose. Take your knees to the floor. The wider your knees go apart, the deeper the hip stretch in child's pose. Forehead can come down to the floor or to a prop. Your arms can come behind you, resting alongside your body. If you prefer puppy pose, you can keep your hips lifted. Either on tented fingertips or flat palms in puppy pose. Without changing anything, notice the quality of your breath. Notice how it feels to be in your body, breathing fully. Take one more breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Come back through tabletop. Or you can take downward facing dog. From tabletop or down dog, step your left foot forward for crescent lunge. And by left foot, I meant right foot. I'm trying to mirror you. That might have not worked out. Your right foot forward. Arms reach up. At any time, you can put your left knee on the floor, creating even deeper of a stretch through your hip flexor. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, hands to heart center, twist to your right. Left elbow on right thigh bone, or you can open your arms up like wings. And at any moment, you can adapt what's happening with your arms or with your back knee. You can make those adjustments in real time based on the feedback from your body. Two more breaths. Take it to your complete twist. And then hands to the floor, vinyasa or step back to tabletop or down dog. Okay, crescent lunge, second side, whatever side you didn't do the first time, or left foot forward for real this time. Arms reach to the ceiling. You might choose to put your back knee down at any time. And as you lift up and out of your hip bones, this could create a little bit of a back bend. One more breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Twist to your left. Palms can stay together, and if they are together, you're reaching your sternum bone up toward your thumbs. Or you can open your arms up like you're opening your wings. For 3, 2. Okay, this is it. Hands to the floor, vinyasa, tabletop, or down dog. Two breaths. On empty, look forward, step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Reach up. Hands to your heart center. Utkatasana, chair pose. Once again, toes and knees can be together or toes and knees can be apart. This time, hands come to your heart center and they're going to stay at your heart center for the twist. Inhale for length. Exhale, twist to your right. This can be a high twist, or you can put your elbow on your thigh bone for a low twist. For 3, 2. Take it to your expression of this twist. Exhale, fold forward, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Utkatasana, chair pose. I know we are in the fire now together. We'll take one more twist and then we'll really enjoy the release. Hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the left. Design it for what's going to feel good in your body. Even if there is sensation, that's okay. Sit your hips lower than your heart. Lift your chest bone up higher than your hips. 2 more breaths. This is it. Exhale, fold forward, release. Feet come hip distance apart or wider. Peace fingers wrap around your big toes, Padangusthasana, or hands come to elbows, opposite elbows for ragdoll. And in your forward fold, if it feels good to create a little release valve, you can lengthen your backbone and then fold further forward. Let your head and neck dangle. Gently press down into your entire footprint so that you can feel that you are stable and centered. Inhale into your back. Open mouth, exhale. Release your arms. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, high to low plank or no plank. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog or puppy pose. And then from tabletop or plank, lower all the way down to the floor. Stack your palms and rest your forehead on your palms. Let your legs and your heels fall out. or they can fall in. Whatever feels nourishing for your back and your hips. Let your bones settle down to the earth. Sphinx pose. Come up onto your forearms. Your shoulders might be right on top of your elbows, or it may feel better to walk your elbows slightly forward. Let your rib cage melt down as if going toward your mat. And this is going to create a little shrug in your shoulders, and that's okay. It's okay to experience that in yin. You can experiment with how close or how far apart your legs and feet are, because that's going to change the feeling in your hips and your back. So you just choose what distance feels good for your body. You can keep your head and neck lifted, or you can allow your head and neck to come forward and dangle down. This is a good opportunity to use something under your head as well. Yin is truly a practice of patience, letting the fascia, the connective tissue, unfold through breath and time. If you are receiving what you need from Sphinx, please choose to stay there. If you would like another option to create a little bit more compression, healthful compression in the low back, you can come to seal pose. For seal, you're going to bring your hands to the upper corners of your mat. Press into your hands and straighten your arms. Once again, you can keep your head lifted, or you can let your head dangle forward. To deepen seal, your hands will walk closer to your torso. If you're enjoying Sphinx, but you'd still like a little bit more compression, you can bend your knees, lifting your lower legs toward the ceiling. Two more breaths. Release Sphinx or seal pose. Once again, you can stack your palms and rest your forehead. Or you can take your arms out in the shape of a W and turn one cheek. Let all your muscles soften. If your cheek is turned, you might choose to turn it in the other direction. And breathe into your back body. And release your breath. When you're ready, make your way up to seated or half shoelace. So once again, in seated, you might like to sit on one of your props. I really like a blanket for this because you can choose how much you fold the blanket. So you can really customize the height of the support under your sit bones. Starting with your right leg forward, you're going to take your left leg, bend at your knee, and cross your left leg over your right. So if it feels okay for your body, your knees are stacked and your left foot is all the way over by your hip. But if that doesn't feel good in your body, then you definitely don't want to push it or force it. So you might choose to stack your ankle on top of your leg, or you could even stack your foot on the inside of your leg. You can stay seated with your spine lifted, and you are going to get a really good stretch. You can also begin to fold forward if that feels good in your body. And if you fold forward, you might also let your head fold forward as if your head is dangling. Being patient with yourself, you might notice that you need to back away from your edge if you're no longer able to breathe fully and completely. Or you might have noticed that space has opened up and you can let your body now move into that space. Still with this intention of patience, not pushing to get anywhere, but simply letting your body lead you there. Five more breaths. At the end of your 5th exhale, lift through your spine. Just take note of what leg is on top. Uncross your legs. You might like to windshield wiper your legs or just swish them from side to side. And then we'll go into the second side. So, second side, you can do half shoelace. You can stack your ankle above your knee. Or you can take your foot on the inside of your leg. From any of these options, you can keep length through your spine. Or when it feels right for your body, you can let yourself start to come forward. The brilliance of the yin practice is that because we are moving slowly and taking all of the feedback from our body into account, there's really no specific way that a yin posture has to look. So as long as you have found, the kind of juicy spot, the place where there's some sensation but still breath, that's good. You be there and you breathe there. Allow your jaw to soften as if there's an unhinging between the top and bottom of your jaw. That will directly mirror the unhinging happening at your hips. Three more cycles of breath. When you're ready, you can lift and lengthen through your spine. Uncrossing your legs, extending your legs, and this time laying down on your back. Taking windshield wipers from your back, if that feels good. Or simply resting your legs in whatever way might feel good for your body. Banana asana. Extend your legs down onto your mat. Reach your arms up overhead. Your hips will stay in the center of your mat. Walk your legs to the right side of your mat. Walk your shoulders and your arms to the right side of your mat. Hands can take opposite elbows. Or if it doesn't feel good to have your arms over your shoulders, then you can bring your hands onto your abdomen.
You can also cross your left ankle over your right ankle to deepen the stretch.
You could close your eyes or let your eyelids soften so that you're bringing your awareness inward. Five more breaths. In your own time, you can bring your legs and arms back through center. Walk your legs over to the left side. Walk your shoulders and arms over to the left side of your mat. You might like to cross your right ankle over your left ankle. This will create more sensation through the side of your body. It's okay to let your head go in whatever direction feels natural and safe for your neck. Breathe in. breathe out. Take your legs and arms back through center. Hug your knees in. You could lift your head toward your knees. You could also take happy baby with hands on your feet or hands on your legs. That can be a really nice hip release after banana asana. And come into final resting pose, shavasana. Legs extend down on your mat. You could put a blanket or pillow under your knees to support your back. Arms rest away from your body and below your heart so that your heart can also rest and rejuvenate. And it's your choice if you want to leave your eyes open or closed. But see what it's like to do one and then the other. Either way, you're going to drop your awareness down into your heart and let your focus rest on your heart and in your heart for Shavasana. Bring your awareness to your breath. Move your fingers and your toes. You can take a full body stretch. Hug your knees in and come to rest on one side of your body.
This pose, as you rest on your side body, it's a place where you can have a new beginning. So where can you allow yourself to be more patient with yourself in your life? And come up to seated, hands at your heart center, head bowed toward your heart. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Not only are we interconnected, but we are one. Namaste.